let's get into the week, though, Brad. There was a lot of smoke. It is a massive, massive week for the Indiana Hoosiers football team. It is combine week. We are going to get players on the field, people interviewing with teams. It is a historic week. I just where is your head at as we start to head into what is going to be a really fun week for the Indiana Hoosiers at a time of year where traditionally this fan base has never cared about football?
I mean, it's pretty cool just being able to like kind of follow and just get excited to see where these guys are going to run. And yeah, I'm glad we're turning it to a kind of a got the harder stuff out first.
Yeah,
yeah, so maybe do a positive note. You know, kids' lives are going to change. They're going to accomplish their dreams and get to the NFL. And you know, as a team with a championship roster, there's all eyes are on this group of 9 going to the combine. On top of, you know, we've already mentioned Wyatt Daly and Black and Mikhail Kamara, and I'll even throw Devon Boykin in there as guys that can potentially see their names called in April, which is very exciting for them. But I think being able to see Mendoza, him go through, I believe he's going through the drills and the physical stuff. He won't be throwing, but he'll be interviewing. We're going to see Roman Hemby run and do all the drills. And, you know, the drills aren't even – they matter. They want to see you move out there, but the interviews are going to be most important. And these guys are all going to like knock it out of the park when it comes to that stuff. Like coming from the Signetti system, like I don't even know what they're going to have to ask these guys. Like they're going to be so on the ball in terms of like what it means to be professional, because they run a professional program at Indiana. They already act like professionals. They've walked the walk. It's not they don't really have to convince anyone. So they just got to be true to themselves. They wouldn't have been in that program to begin with if they weren't, you know, mentally capable of going to the NFL. And now they get to, you know, really test their physical limits and hopefully all test well and well enough to get as high on draft boards as they possibly can and make as much money as they can initially in that first rookie contract. But all these guys are so well equipped to get to that second contract, which I think is a big piece of this. And yeah, I'm just happy for all the guys being able to get the opportunity. So Roman Hemby, Elijah Surratt, and Coop are, you know, flying up draft boards as top receivers. Like you don't have that type of offense without good receivers. Coogan, who's, you know, we were saying even before the year, NFL size center, true NFL lineman. No D lineman, but we got Fish running, and think about his interview. His interview is gonna be crazy. Oh, I almost forgot Riley Nowakowski. I think he's probably the one they're most intrigued about seeing how he moves, as well as maybe Elijah Surratt. And then yeah, seeing Lou Moore be able to, hopefully if Lou Moore is able to run, him being old is going to be working against him. So his ability to kind of test out really well, I think will be important for him. And then D'Angelo Ponce is just going to knock it out of the park. We already know it. Dude's a freak. So just excited to see how all these guys pan out. And yeah, just super excited for them. And I mean, I could break them down as prospects more and more if we need, but yeah, just, I mean, that's for the scouts to decide. I'm just a master of the eye test on a podcast. So, which, you know, I think I'd do well in a office, but
no, I'm 100% with you. I think it's funny. I think I'm most excited for Elijah Surratt because I think a lot of people think he's going to be slow, and I have no idea what time he's going to run, but just play speed, the guy plays faster than people think. But D'Angelo Ponce is the person player who's most built for this event. Like he was track speed, jumps out of the gym, uber athletic, like loves to compete. Just I'm super excited for him to be able to like put some of those doubters to rest about his size and just kind of get out in the field and go do the damn thing. But it's funny to look at, take it away from Indiana football for a second. Like Mendoza's a clear lock for the number 1 pick, right? Like I recircled Mark Davis's comments about why they went and hired Clint Kubiak from a couple weeks ago. But for the number 2 pick, this becomes a really interesting week. Right now, Arvell Reese is the favorite on FanDuel. He's minus 115. Right behind him is Bailey at plus 150, Ruben Bain at plus 550, and then Caleb Downs at plus 3,300. which I thought was kind of interesting. I think any of those guys are in play at 3. Or at 2. I have no idea what the Jets are going to do, and I think this week a lot of those guys have an opportunity to turn heads, as well as obviously a lot of the Indiana Hoosier guys. So a couple of the things that stuck out to me, but yeah, obviously D'Angelo Ponce is the guy I'm circling this week.
Here's what's funny about the draft. Downs isn't going to go 2 because he's a safety, and it's not as
I know, but he kind of should.
But he's going to be the biggest star out of this draft. Like, he is the most sure thing in this whole draft. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, that guy's going to be an absolute stud. He's the closest thing. I mean, like, it's crazy to compare him to Ed Reed, who I think is the greatest football player of all time. When it's like Ed Reed didn't even like test super well. That's what's so funny about this whole thing, is that like there's so many like good football players that just don't test well, but they're just good football players. And like, yeah, it's nice to have your 6'3", DB that runs a 4.4. Like, Seattle Seahawks are full of them, and they won the Super Bowl. So like, there's some benefits to that, but like, you can make a career in the NFL not testing well, just being a good football player. Like Wes Welker, I think Mike Leach said it best. Like, when he was talking about Wes Welker one time, I saw this quote recently, and he was saying how, I didn't expect Wes Welker to make the combine. Didn't really expect him to get drafted. Didn't expect him to measure well. Did expect him to make a training camp. And once he made a training camp, I knew it'd be very hard to get rid of him. And I feel like there's going to be plenty of guys, not even IU related, that are coming out through this draft. And one of them I can point to is Elijah Surratt, who's probably very much like that. But he has that production and winning resume to shoot him up and give him the benefit of the doubt, which many guys probably don't have. Like, Hunter Renfrow, right? That's a great example of just a good football player. Doesn't wow you with measurables. Great football player. Made a good living in the NFL for a short amount of time. But yeah, there's plenty of opportunity in just being a good football player. And yes, the measurables are important in order to make your money on the front end, but it's really just about, once you get the training camp, what are you going to do? And these guys coming from Cignetti, you just can't wait to see them make the program super proud by having long, great NFL careers. I think one of the great things that is so awesome about having Cignetti here is that he is like the old school, like, I turn boys to men type coach, which you don't have too much these days. It's all flash and how much are you going to pay me and stuff like that. And he does that.
Like, how much can you be my best friend versus like, I'm going to mentor and develop you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's going to really bode well for anyone that rolls through this program and starts on this Indiana team moving forward. And it's going to set them up for success in not just NFL, but in life. And but obviously, getting that second contract is what they're thinking about right now. Like, they're not worried about life after football. Like, these kids are all going to have great careers for long periods of time. So yeah, just excited to see them test well, even though it really doesn't matter. And, just allow them to, kind of showcase what they're all about. And wishing them all the best. I mean, should we do like some pre-draft grades? I mean, I feel like we've done it before, right? Like, Coogan's going to should go like round 4 or 5.
We really haven't. Like, we did it before the playoff run, but we really have abstained from future talk until after the season. And we've also held off from doing draft grade stuff because the draft is I think it's in 2 months. So plenty of time to talk about the draft. But if you want to go give them right now before I think this is a good time for it. Is kind of my point. Because you can give them now, and then next week we'll have the testing numbers, and then we'll have a real idea of how these NFL teams are going to draft these guys, and then we can really make some accurate predictions. So I think now would be a good. This would be a good how can we put this on the mantle for the master of the eye test? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think Mendoza's probably going to go first overall.
He's a lock, dude. Every time we speak, the odds get deeper. Like, I think he's like, it's hilarious what the odds are right now.
I think Hemby goes round 4, which is actually pretty high for a running back. I think he brings that kick return element game to a team that I think is going to be really valuable, especially nowadays with the new kickoff rule. Cooper day round 1, round 2.
No, I'm going to force you to make a prediction.
Make a prediction.
Mm-hmm. Well, because if we're gonna
I
do
think
it like,
I think he'll go round 1, and it depends on, which is fucked because it's not what really matters. But I would take him round 1. If he doesn't run a certain time, I could see him going round 2. If that makes sense. Anyways,
it makes sense.
okay, so we're at round 2. Nowakowski round 6, just position.
But it's gonna there's gonna be like a fight over him. Like there's gonna be like multiple.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 12 teams tried to trade up for Nowakowski.
And then
That's only 5.
Coogan round 4.
Ooh.
Kamara, I would take him round 3 personally, but he's not even going to the combine. But we have suspicions that he's not 100% healthy right now, so he doesn't really need to go. I think he'll have a crazy pro day. I think people are going to finally see how he moves and just kind of watch the film and figure it out. Daly and Wyatt are the biggest. Like they can go anywhere from round 3 to 7. Like just because like of the injuries, I don't know how much that's going to knock them.
Brian Haynes came out this week or last week and told the Daily Hoosier that he thought, or I don't know who he told, but I saw it from the Daily Hoosier that he said Stephen Daly was the best defensive end in football last year.
Which he probably was.
I agree. Yeah. The guy led the Big Ten in tackles for loss. He played half the games.
Yeah. Yeah, I would take Daly round 3 just because I know if he was able to run, he'd probably run really like 4.6, which is crazy. Wyatt, it's the same boat.
No, I think he'd be faster than that. I think he'd be faster than 4.6.
Yeah, but he's more of a 3-4 outside linebacker more than a D lineman. Like Daly is a 4-3 D end.
No, I'm saying I think Daly, like based on what Daly was running as a high schooler, as a senior, like he
40's different than 100, but yeah, I like 4.5 still really fast. Like that equates to what his 100 time is. Wyatt, I'm with the injury, he's probably gonna go like round 4 or 5.
And we got I'm just putting 5.
Fisher round. Oh my god, I want him to go to the Bears so bad. Like I'd take him round 3 to the Bears all day. All day. I love that so much. Fisher round 3. Pawns round 1. Like we're being honest, like when they redraft, this might not be what happens when we redraft. Like Pawns is going to be like a first round guy. Like your teams are going to like he'll be a top 32 guy in this draft when we all look back on it. Lou Moore round 4. I think he's a day 1 starter, so I think round 3 low key. Like a lot of these guys are, and
yeah, I saw somebody had a con for him as like he's an ankle
Boykin around 7. Like I feel like this team has a lot of potential draft picks on this roster.
I saw somebody have it was like a con for Lou Moore, and it was like he's an ankle tackler. It's like tell me you watched like the one highlight where Lou Moore like tried to get a guy in the open field. You know what I mean? Like that is like the complete opposite of the way that guy played football. Like absolutely insane takeaway to say you watched tape.
Yeah, I would say watch the Oregon tape again.
Crazy.
Devon Boykin, what really sticks out to me is that like he didn't look. It's hard to not look like an NFL player when you literally just like baby Maryland, just like strip the quarterback, pick up the ball, run in for a touchdown, like literally just baby him. Like I am an NFL player. You are not. Like I am. Like that is the stuff that you should just look for. Like I don't care what he runs or tests. Like he's a good football player. Like I know how to strip the ball, pick it up, and run it for a touchdown. Period.
I like it.